What's up guys, in this video I wanted to go over the true Patriot gear set that we got with Tidal Basin. As always with these types of things, I'll be going over the other gear sets as well when I've spent some time with them, so be sure to check those out if you're interested. So the true Patriot gear set is definitely unique in a lot of aspects, and it raises a few questions for me as far as the raid is going to be concerned. So to start off, you need all 6 pieces to make this set work to its fullest potential. However, you do get some of them whenever you have bits and pieces. Starting off with 2 giving you 10% damage to armor, 3 giving 10% protection from elites, 4 giving 10% total armor, 5 giving you the red, white, and blue effects, and 6 giving you the full flag talent. The first 3 bits are pretty standard and sounds like something you would get on some normal armor pieces. Fairly standard stuff and nothing crazy about it. However, these are set rules, so there will be no tweaking them to fit your playstyle. What you see is what you get. But when you get to 5 pieces, it gets interesting. You gain the ability to apply debuffs to enemies, and the way this works is that you have a rotating effect of one of 3 colors that changes every 4 seconds. As you can see on screen, it pops up over your shoulder which color it's going to be, and then on the enemy that it's applied to. If you apply all 3, it makes a cool little American flag symbol on them. The red debuff decreases the damage dealt by the enemies, the white restores armor to friendlies that shoot that enemy, and the blue boosts skill cooldown reduction to friendlies that shoot that enemy. Okay, so let's break that apart. The red one, to start with, is almost completely imperceivable at higher difficulties. Reducing a challenge or even a heroic level enemy by whatever meager percentage that this gives is honestly not even worth it. Even enemies that are in regular world tier 5 do so much damage that you're still gonna get melted super fast. The white restores about as much armor as clutch from what I can tell, but it does it a lot more consistently. Still not a lot, it's not like a lifesteal build or anything like that. You're probably not going to heal through any incoming fire, and even if you're not taking any damage, it's going to take a heck of a lot of shooting to get you healed up any substantial amount. It's just a nice little bonus. The blue boosting skill cooldowns is alright I guess, but honestly I didn't really notice it was happening all that much. The final talent is full flag, which lets you deal 25% of your damage to all enemies with a debuff if you are shooting an enemy with all 3 debuffs on it. This is probably my favorite of the perks because if you apply all 3 to, say, a heavy, and have the rest of the crowd hit with some of the debuffs, and you're shooting with something that packs a little bit of a punch, it actually is a decent form of crowd control. It's not fantastic and you're not going to melt a bunch of enemies super fast, but it's pretty good at what it does, allowing you to chip away some damage on a group, allowing for some easy cleanups. I know this all sounds like super negative stuff here, but bear with me for a second. As far as solo play goes, it's not that great. It severely limits the amount of build that you can do with it, because as far as I can tell, the only random rolls you get are the little attributes at the bottom, being either damage, armor, or skill, and as we all know, that's not enough to make a build by any means. However, as much as this could probably use a buff for all this stuff, I am curious to see what happens when you get a couple of these going at the same time. Maybe if you have like 2 or maybe even 3 people running this, it starts to be a bit better for you and your team. Which begs the question, is this just weak, or is it meant to be used in something like the raid, having 2 or even 3 people running it? Maybe then it's more useful. But overall, right now for solo play, and even mostly strongholds, it's just kind of lackluster. Even if you were to stack 2 or 3 of these into a stronghold, I just don't think it's going to be all that worth it, because then you're handicapping almost half of your team with their builds just to get these debuffs, and I'm not even sure if they stack, which they probably don't. You just apply the debuffs simultaneously. I might get some people in the comments saying that they love this stuff, and that's fine. I don't want to bug anybody telling them that their new favorite armor set is bad or anything like that. If you like it, that's all well and good. But honestly, I think you could probably do a lot better if you piece together your own custom build than if you try to run this one. That's all I have for this video, guys. Let me know in the comments section below how you feel about this gear set, and maybe I'm missing something. Like this video, it really does help me out a lot. Subscribe to the channel for future Division 2 content. With that, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.